On some YouTube videos that I noticed that some people are having difficulty with containing a lot of storage on their Switch. Now that I don't have a problem with because of these certain memory cards that I have here actually. Now on the Switches the normal space is about sometimes 20 to 30.5 to 8 gigabytes of space at times, but when you update your Switch a lot and get it at the newer version, you have more space. This one's the old version, which means I have a lot more updates on here than normal, but I still have some space on here to play a few games. But on these gigabyte cards right here that I have, this 8 gigabyte one that's upside down, actually, let me give you a closer look. This 8 gigabyte card, Samsung 8 gigabyte with the little symbol, the little 6 symbol right by it at the bottom, right by the HC, it actually is not that much space, to be honest. I only have this card relative for only one certain game that I had that's been updated to a newer version from my childhood, Plants vs. Zombies, but the new neighborhood one. And this card actually only holds that game and a little extra space in case they need make any more updates of any type or have any other attachments or anything that they add to the game that would make it fill the space up a little bit more. But this card is prepared for that. But this type of card is actually only prepared for that certain one game right there, just like that. Now, these other ones that I have, these other gigabyte cards that I got, this Lexar 4 gigabyte with the 4 symbol right by the HC is actually really good for holding about 3 to 4 games, especially if they don't have too much content on them, but they're still entertaining and last for hours of good happiness and enjoyment and entertainment. That actually is one of the coolest one of the best. One of the third best that you actually would like to get, especially if you're playing Super Smash Bros, Minecraft, and what other lower gigabyte game that I have? Oh, either Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom, Luigi's Mansion, or Mario Kart. Or Mario Maker, it has a bit of content, a lot more to it, and a lot more updates to it than normal, which means it might fill up part of the space, given only a little bit of minimal amount of space, which means it could only hold that game and 2 other card games as well, which is actually almost bad at times. But the 16 gigabyte one, as you can see, that tiny little symbol right there, that tiny little symbol is actually a number 10 symbol, which is actually really good, especially for its type by the other symbols as well, which is actually one of the high quality cards that I have as well, which is the second best that I got, a 16 megabyte card, which could hold about this amount of games and about 1, 2 more of these ones, or maybe actually about 4 more of those ones, because it's a 16 megabyte card, which actually is really good. But this 64 gigabyte card is actually professionally good. Let me just show you in the next clip. Now I have the Switch all turned on and everything, and I will show you guys how much data, well, space is on this. 58.5 gigabytes, which is enough to literally hold all these games right here. From this left side to this part right here is enough to hold a ton of games, which is a lot of memory, which is actually perfect if you want to do multiple games, like this whole entire row of these slots, like the entire row. Well, it can hold about, like, these many parts can actually hold up to about 1, 2, 3, about, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 12 games. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's about almost my entire arsenal of games. But it actually is really helpful and handy to have this type of card for this 58.5 gigabytes, which is actually really good. And like I said about oops, yep, 23.5, sometimes 30 to 20, especially if you got the newer ones that already have the updates added to them. You wouldn't have to use up your space for that, but on some of the space I actually have some screenshots of stuff that I actually need. But on some of these other cards, about the 16 one shows 15, shows about 15.3. The 4 gigabytes shows about like 3.10 or something like that. And the 8 gigabyte is just for one game, one whole special game that you could order, that you could get from the eShop, just like that. Like this game right here, Plants vs. Zombies, which actually filled up that one certain card right there. But that 64 gigabyte will take ton of more of them. Sorry about that. I don't know why the thing just switched like that. But like I said, this card will save your Switch from having problems with space. You won't have to worry about it, and then boom, just like that.